Happy Cyber Monday.
Whee!
Yay! We're fat fucking consumers going to spend our money needlessly to make ourselves feel better because we're empty inside.
Yeah, wow. Holy shit. Normally, like, you wait till after the music to just attack us as a person, as a people, as a...
Yeah.
Wow, I just stumbled
like to
over
get
myself.
existential real quick.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. If you hadn't just bought a camera, Cyber Monday might be interesting to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least I stop when I've done enough. At least I know when to stop. I'm not like the person in the bar who has like 3 too many drinks.
Yeah, well, the thing, so there have been a few times in my life, I'm not normally the guy who does that, who drinks too much. Like, I'm normally, especially lately, dude, haven't really been drinking at all.
Yeah.
But I was never the guy who, like, lets go too far. But there were a few times in my life where a drink would, like, creep up on you. And so what happens is, in defense of these drunkards, not usually one to defend that, but what can happen is you'll be, like, in the middle of a drink, and you're like, oh, I feel great, let me get one more. And then that second half of that drink is really what hits you. But you've already ordered the drink and spent $9 on it. And the next thing you know, you're like, well, I have to drink it now.
Uh-huh.
But the one time that I remember specifically was the bartender saying to me, wait, is this for you? And they go, yeah, dude, no more after this one.
That's not a good sign. That is not a good sign.
Well, to be fair.
Doesn't even matter the remark. If a bartender makes a remark about it, that's a bad sign.
Well, the funny part was it was a drink referred to as, it's got 2 names. It's either called the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse or it's called a Stumblefuck. Those are the 2 names that it's most commonly referred to as. So if you've ever heard of a liquid cocaine, it's like a liquid cocaine except there's one added element. So if I remember correctly, it's Bacardi 151, Rumpelminz, Jägermeister, and Goldschlager. And it's a shooter. So it's not like a shot. It's like a shooter glass.
Too many German things
There's
to be
so
in
many.
one.
As I say it now, like my stomach's a little upset. Like as I'm saying it, I'm remembering. Ugh. So I had heard of liquid cocaine and so I was like, oh, have you ever tried a Stumblefuck or a 4 Horsemen? I was like, sure, let me try that. So I'd had it before. But I ordered one early in the night and I drank it.
What does it look like? Is it
it's in one of
cocktail glass?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
like one of those little, like a little whiskey glass, I guess. I don't know what those things are called.
So like a double shot.
Yeah, it's 4,
but
so it's more than one. Things. Yeah, it's more than just a single shooter, like shot. So I remember ordering it and I had it and I will be honest, it creeps up on you. Like you're like, okay, I'm okay. I had
it's
one.
Like the lewds in
well, it's more like
Wolf of Wall Street.
A little bit. Yeah, like you're like, I'm fine. But what happened was I had one and then I went and had like a couple of beers and it still hadn't really kicked in. So I'm back at the bar. I was like, fuck, let me get one more because I feel great. And that's when the guy was like, look, man, like this. He's like, you seem fine. He's like, but look, there's a reason this is called a Stumblefuck because I don't want to see you stumble the fuck out of here. So long story short, right about the time I finished that drink, the first one hit me and I don't really remember much between that point and like I was fine. I didn't get in a fight or drive or anything like that. But I do remember calling for a ride home. Oh, of course. Yes. Yeah, not right away. More like I went to bed and then woke up and my body was like, no, this needs to go away. Like you Why are we talking about this?
I don't know. It started with an analogy for consumerism.
It ended with me throwing up.
Naturally. Welcome to episode 35 of the Unreasonably Angry podcast. How are you fuckers doing? You're all full on turkey and...
Are you planning on introducing us? Or?
Oh. I'm Gary.
I'm Eric. And
I'm kind of out of it. There's something about having 4 days off at work.
Dude, I'm done.
And on the last day, like... I'm just out of it.
Your brain's just mush. You're not sharp.
I think I've just spent too much time at home, and that just like makes you more tired when you're not doing anything.
Dude, let me tell you, I have napped more in the last 4 days than I have the last 4 months.
I've just like fallen asleep. Like today I was like playing a video game. I was like, okay, I'm done playing the video game. I'm going to go
lay down,
eat lunch because it's 3:00. And so I turn the video game off and I'm still like reclined in my recliner. And then like I wake up an hour later. I'm like, okay, it's 4:00. I should definitely eat lunch.
Oh yeah, dude. Yes. You need to move around.
And then I took a shower at like 5 p.m.
Yep.
It's like,
dude, the afternoon showers totally fuck me up. Like if I don't shower in the morning, it just fucks my whole day. Like I'm just out of it.
Maybe that was it. I don't know.
That's what happened today. I showered at halftime during the football game, and I got out and I was like, it feels like it's like 7:30 and it's 2:30.
Yeah.
I really quickly want to touch on that story that I just told.
Just in my defense, that's not every week for you.
It was 10 years ago, if not more.
Oh, if it wasn't, then you would have been destroyed. Yeah. If that was your current body, like,
dude, that's the fucking crazy thing. Is like I think about how much I was able to drink previously, even just in the last couple of years. Really, since having my kids, I barely drink at all. But, you know, even like we went up to Leavenworth last year with our friends, and it was basically a second trip of basically to recreate what we did for the bachelor party, which was to go have a cabin and drink a bunch of beers.
Which we recreated with my 21st birthday.
Exactly. So it was like part 3.
Yeah, there was a third cabin trip.
Yeah, it was the trilogy. It was the trifecta. Mm-hmm. And that trip, I don't think I got drunk at all. I just couldn't. Like, it's not in my DNA anymore. Oh, yeah. Well, the thing was, you didn't at first. It was the second night. And it was like you were good. Then all of a sudden, it was we were playing Moosehead, and you had to drink the cup. And like 2 cups in, it was just fucking over.
If you've never played Moosehead, it ends with one person drinking concoction that's basically everyone else's drink.
Yes,
and poured into one glass.
And it's the best.
It's the worst. I mean,
but yeah, no, it's funny because
that was the last time though that I've
been drunk.
Yeah.
Well, that's the fucking crazy thing. Okay, so think about that. That was over a year ago. It was almost a year and a half ago now. Mm-hmm. Okay, so prior to that, the last time I had been really like drunk was your 21st birthday, which is now 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And then prior to that was my bachelor party, which was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So when I tell these stories about like walking out of a club and being like, you know, and Joe who listened to the podcast, I know Joe will remember the story because he was there that night. Best part of the
where was this in Costa Mesa?
No, this was in Sacramento. So I gotta tell this part of the story then, because this fucking part of the story is I think what makes the story.
Yeah.
It was our friend's 21st birthday. Well, I'm not gonna get too specific.
It wasn't yours. No. It was someone else's.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get specific to whose 21st birthday it was.
Okay.
But it was someone's 21st birthday.
Okay.
And so they decided, hey, let's all go get sushi, and then let's all go.
You got sushi before all of this?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Let's go to a club.
What were you trying to do to yourself?
It wasn't my birthday. It was whatever he wanted to do. We're just going to fucking go along for the ride. So we go to a club. I'm not a club guy. I literally think I've been to a club maybe 3-4 times in my life. I don't fucking enjoy it. I don't like the music. There's too many people in there. It's too sweaty. It's too hot. I get really fucking claustrophobic. But it's his birthday, so I'm going to go. So we go and we do the whole thing you're supposed to do where you go buy the birthday kid a shot and then you go outside and then like the little chicks who bring around the drinks, I think they were called like pussy shooters, where they're like these long like vials of like pink drink, and then like you do that. And then we bought like the little buckets of Coronas, and then, like I said, I had a couple stumble fucks, and you know, people upstairs doing the body shot thing where it was
in a club
debauchery. Yeah, there was like an upstairs area.
That's very classy.
Yeah, it was super classy, bro. Super classy. So, but we leave the club, and it's funny because I remember later on going back, and there was a picture. The club had posted a picture of that night, and you could see me and Joe in there, and neither of us looked like ourselves. Like our eyes were just like, "Fuck, get me out of here!" Like, because we were drunk and we were tired. Anyway, so we leave. And then we realize our 21-year-old friend, now 21-year-old friend, isn't with us. I'm like, where the fuck is he? And at this time, Joe only lived a few blocks away from the club, so we could walk back to his house. It was pretty close.
Okay.
So we walked back into the club to get him. And no, I was with the 21-year-old, and we go back to get Joe because we're like, where's Joe? So I go, let's go back in and get Joe. The 21-year-old, the bouncer won't let him go back in the club. He's like, you're too fucking done, dude. You're not going back in. So in my defense, even though I was shit-faced, I could at least compose myself enough to walk back in the club. I go back in, I find Joe, we go back out, and our friend was no longer there. So we're assuming he went home. Okay? We're thinking, hey, he just walked home. It's not that far away. No big deal.
Okay.
I get a call in the morning. You're never going to believe what fucking happened. I'm like, what happened? our friend, who we're gonna call Steve for the part, just for the
sure
alias Steve.
Yeah.
Steve walked out of the club, and I'm gonna draw a little box here on my notepad here for Gary, just for your own edification, for your own reaction. So here's the club. Here's where they live. He walked this way.
That's the complete opposite.
The complete opposite way.
Yeah.
There's a Denny's here.
Yeah, of course.
He fell asleep here. Outside. Outside.
Outside of a 24-hour establishment in the middle of the night.
He is awoken by 2 police officers.
I knew that was coming.
And they say, "What are you doing, Steve?" And he goes, they don't know his name yet.
Did they know him by name?
Let's wake you up. And they go, "Hey, how's it going?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm doing all right. And they're like, "So, hey, what are you up to tonight?" And he's like, "Oh, it's my 21st birthday. We all went out and had some drinks." And he goes, "Can you hand me your wallet? Can I see your ID?" So he's going through his ID, and he goes, "All right, Toby. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk to you. We're gonna check on you, make sure you're okay, and then help you figure out. Does that sound good, Toby?" And he goes, "Why do you guys keep calling me Toby?" And he goes, "Well, it's what it says on your ID." He goes, "Oh, that's my fake ID." And he
oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
At this point, he's just turned 21. He's drunk. He's asleep outside. The cops are there. The cops really could have gone just ape shit. Could have gone in a bunch of different directions. Instead, they thought this was hilarious. His real ID shows that he lives a couple blocks away.
So he got McLovined.
He got McLovin before McLovin was McLovin. Yes. They took his cell phone and started texting and calling
That's the exact situation I'm now realizing.
His old girlfriends to see who would pick him up. So basically everybody got texts saying, "Hey, this is..."
Are you sure it wasn't actually Seth Rogen and Bill Hader?
So basically, he comes in and tells Joe the story, and he's like, "I can't fucking believe that actually happened." And he's like, "No,
He has the best 21st birthday story ever."
It really is. I'm envious of that, because my 21st birthday was like not that. It was like, hey, we all hung out and had beers at home.
Yeah.
But yeah, that to this day is like my my favorite. And if I hadn't gone to the club that night, I wouldn't have been part of the story.
And that is what will happen to you on Black Friday if you do not control your consumerism. If you will be passed out in front of a Best Buy holding a 4K TV that costs like more than your credit card limit.
Well, that was an awesome segue. So good. But no, I mean, so Black Friday. Speaking of things I never do. I don't go to clubs. Yeah. I don't go to stores on Black Friday. See, that's a proper segue.
Well, I was going to mention that I've only been to a club once, and
which club?
Is I told you we went to the one at the Triangle in Costa Mesa.
The Newport Beach Costa Mesa Triangle there. Yeah, what's it called? Sutra.
It sounds like it could either be a yoga place or a club owned by Middle Eastern middle-aged people.
It really is that second one.
Exactly, yep. No, but the only reason I ever agreed to go there and not like go home was because I had already been drinking.
Yep.
And I was just like, they were like, enough to just like not know, like, oh, we're in an Uber now. Oh, we're at a club. like that kind of thing.
As long as the story ended up with you being at home in your own bed, you're good.
If I had not had like any drinks beforehand before getting to the club, I would not have had a good time. I mean, I didn't have a great time, but I would have had a terrible time if I was sober.
Yeah. It's funny that you said that.
Like you said, is just totally not.
Two of the like 4 times I've ever been to a club have been on people's 21st birthdays. My other friend that we had that was younger than us, that's what we did for his 21st. We took him to a bunch of clubs and got him shit faced. And the funny part about that is he got shit faced and he puked in the limo. Luckily, we brought trash bags, because if you don't bring trash bags and they throw up in the limo, like they charge you like out the ass.
Oh yeah.
So we go drop him off because he's fucking done, and we had like 45 minutes left of the limo. So me, his older brother, his older brother's friends, Jeff was there. We had the fucking driver take us to Denny's. So there's fucking like 6 or 7 guys piling out of a fucking limo at like 1 in the morning in a fucking 24-hour Denny's. Again.
I will say,
like, you tell this is a Sacramento story. I mean, all these Denny's popped up around everywhere.
I will say that I think like 3 of the 3 times I've been in a limo have ended with being at a Denny's in it. So
that's what you do.
That's not an uncommon occurrence.
You go to limo and then you drink a lot and then you eat some shitty pancakes to soak up that fucking alcohol.
Yeah.
So back to Black Friday.
Anyway,
We actually partook.
What we're angry about. Because this is, the podcast about us being angry. We got to live up to our name. We're angry about. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. So we actually. We actually
went to. We don't normally go to Black Friday stores. I don't normally go to a store on Black Friday. I haven't. As we talked about, I think it was a couple episodes ago. We started to kind of touch on Christmas early. I used to be like, Christmas was ruined for me a while back just because of the commercialization of Christmas. I understand that it's a major holiday and I get capitalism. People want to make money off the holiday. But what I've noticed about that is that before Amazon was a big thing, before you could just have everything sent to your house, you had to go to the store, and people really did judge you based off like how much effort you were willing to like go through miserable experiences to buy people presents. So it's like, even to this day, I still get a little like, I'll hear people go, well, you did all your shopping. It's like, yeah, I didn't step a single foot in the store. Really? Like, yeah, you did all your shopping on Amazon? Wow. And it's almost like people are like, well,
that's what I've been on the last 3 years.
I'm willing to go to the store for my kids. And it's like, okay.
Okay.
But it's
good for you.
It's kind of like when people brag about going through childbirth without medication. Like my wife and I were just having a conversation about this the other day.
Yeah, like that's not like necessary, right?
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird because people like my wife had an epidural both times, and it's not like you're numb the whole time.
It's like going to the dentist without Novocaine.
Yeah, I don't understand why you would do that.
Why?
So yeah, and so people would be like, "Oh, I had my kids without any medication." I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, you felt every rip and tear? That sounds fucking awful.
Does that mean you love your children more than other people do?
Yeah, let me go to war and not wear battle armor. Let me just, I'm going to fucking freeball this.
Yeah.
Anyway. So we go and we decide, hey, this year, Grandma's going to watch the kids. We'll go see a movie. We went and saw 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, which was fantastic.
Really good movie. Very
emotional, very heavy. Be prepared. It's funny, very funny in parts, but be prepared.
There's a little less levity than his other movies. Yeah.
I still, like, without getting too deep into it, I think if we were to go back and watch both those other two, In Bruges and Seven Psychopaths, you're going to experience the same thing. Moments of burst laughter followed by heavy emotion. It's just when you look back on it, you don't feel as emotional as you did in the moment.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it was a great movie, but we decided, hey, since we're already out, let's go do a little shopping. Let's go see if there's anything crazy Black Friday stuff that we'd be interested in buying.
Yeah.
So we hit Lowe's, Best Buy, and Target. We tried to keep it close together and minimal. Lowe's, we were just looking for decorations, which still ended up being kind of a fucking shit show. Like, there were a lot of people at Lowe's.
Yeah, there were a lot of people at all three. Yeah.
But Best Buy was the reminder of why I don't.
That was the first time I'd been to a Best Buy since I moved to Washington.
Yeah.
So that says something.
Well, I used to always
There's like everything there can be bought elsewhere.
So the thing about that is, so this is the thing. I always used Best Buy as an Amazon showroom. Like, I would go in and I'd take a look at the things that I wanted on Amazon and I'd go buy them on Amazon. Because I'd rather give it, I mean, now people are like, oh, Amazon's evil. No, whatever. Fuck you. Best Buy's
Everyone's
worse.
evil.
Best Buy's worse. So I'd rather give Amazon my money than Best Buy my money, right?
Yeah.
Like, and this all harkens back to when Best Buy declined to give me enough money for a TV at their store, and Amazon, like, so I applied for a credit card when I was younger. Yeah. And Best Buy was like, oh, we'll give you like $600. I'm like, fuck you, I have great credit. And then Amazon's like, we'll give you $5,000. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
Amazon's
you,
very lenient with their credit lines.
Hey, yeah, fuck my credit. I don't get So I used to just go in there and be like, hey, let me just check things out. And I still do it to this day. Like, before I bought the LG, I wanted to kind of see them in person, and we didn't have a Costco account yet. So I went to Best Buy to kind of check all the different TVs and see which ones I liked. But now you can go into Best Buy, and if Amazon's offering something online, I think a lot of times Best Buy will just match it, so you buy there. But I still prefer, unless I need it that moment, to just order it from Amazon.
Okay, so let me get angry. What I hate about Best Buy is because no matter what Best Buy you go into, it can be California, Washington, Vermont, Maine, Wyoming. It doesn't matter.
You're such a Best Buy connoisseur.
It doesn't matter. Well, they've closed a lot of stores, right? Like,
yeah.
They're failing.
Yeah.
Like, obviously. But what I hate about it is that no matter which one you go into, you will always see like the same type of people there.
Okay.
And what it will be is I'm not going to stereotype. I'm going to.
Are you about the employees or the
both,
shoppers?
Both,
okay.
Both. Well, first of all, the employees. We both worked in the retail industry.
Yeah.
There's like nothing against them, but some of them can definitely try harder.
Well,
Some of
especially
them could
because
have
they're
a
not. They
little
don't get
bit.
commission.
Yeah,
It's a huge part of it. Yeah.
well, sure, but what retail jobs do? I mean, like,
So well, that's why like when I worked at Sprint, that's a retail job, ish.
Yeah.
I worked harder because I got commission. I got bonuses based off what I sold. Best Buy.
but I just mean like if you're gonna have like obviously it's a close to minimum wage job.
Yeah.
But I don't care. I mean, you're getting paid for what you're doing. Like, have some pride in it and actually like help people or have like an effort to help.
Fair
people.
enough.
I'm not saying not like no one there does. I'm just saying it's probably a good like 60-40 maybe. Like
No, well, the least they
60%
can do
don't
is
give a
iron their
shit.
khakis.
Yeah. But then the customers are like
They're one rung below Walmart people.
they're always like they've like okay, here's the perfect example. We were in a line, we weren't in the line at the front, we were in a line like near the Apple section to just buy like 2 movies and a game, right? And
And if you're asking why, it's because it was Black Friday and the main registers had giant lines. They had little blue tape around the store where you could go to other registers.
yeah, it's not like we were cheating anyone.
not
Like,
at all.
It was open to use.
Yeah.
So we stay there, we're waiting there, and there's 2 cashiers, 2 different registers. One of them to our right is taking a long time trying to look up an item. One to the left is taking a long time because it's this like older family is trying to buy some really expensive stuff. And so like you at one point say to the cashier like, "Hey, can how much longer is that going to take?" And they're like, it'll be done in just a minute. I'm sorry, blah blah blah." And you're like, "We've been here for like 15 minutes."
Whoa,
and then
whoa,
they're
hold
like,
on. This is making me sound like a total asshole. No. That's not what happened.
What?
The guy said, "I'll be with you in just a minute." I said, "Okay." And he goes, "But this guy over here is next." The guy that wasn't in fucking line with us. That's the part that I was going to get mad about.
"Okay."
So where we were standing was the actual line. Where they were being helped, there was another guy, a fat guy with a red shirt and weird like racquetball glasses on, that was apparently in his own line. And the guy's like,
"Oh, that's
hey,
not who I was talking about."
but that's why I said what I said. I was like, well, we've been here about 15 minutes. He goes, well, this guy's been here an hour. And I was like, fuck that. No, he hasn't.
that's the part I was gonna say.
Okay.
My point is there are people. No, my point is there are people who are there for an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Like I remember working the retail job I had was at Office Depot, and there would be people like I didn't work in the tech department, but I knew I was close friends with the guys who did, and they would be with people for fucking like 2-3 hours sometimes. And it's like
Your brain just stopped.
what? I mean, where in your life could you possibly be in that you spend 3 hours in a store?
Not only that,
I don't care what it is you're trying to do.
if you're going to the store,
I don't care how much money you're saving. I don't care like what the problem with your computer is. Like if you're sitting in a store for 3 hours, there is a bigger problem in your life that you're not addressing.
100%.
Like what the fuck?
What actually upsets me more about it is the people that were being helped, if they're buying like a Google, I think they were buying like the Google Home Mini and an Apple iPad. They're buying these things. They're obviously older folk. They didn't really know what they were buying. They're buying it for their
Sure.
grandkids. That's still going to take you a while. Kind of like setting up a cell phone. Like when you buy a cell phone, if you're one of those people that actually needs them to set it up for you, instead of just going home and doing it, it's going to take you a while. But that guy wasn't even part of that transaction. That guy was just standing waiting. So instead of going and finding another transaction, another register, if he had walked around to where we were, any point in his quote unquote hour that he had been waiting, he'd have been in front of us.
Yeah.
That's the fucking part that drives me nuts.
Yeah.
And the thing is it's so fucking commonplace for a lot of people to just disappear to the store for hours. They just do that. Like that's a whole nother fucking topic that like could rile me up for fucking days.
Yeah.
Like when people go to the mall and spend fucking hours at the mall,
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I go in. I don't like to shop, so I'm the worst person to fucking ask. But I walked in at Best Buy the other day. I walked in. I said, "What?" I said, "I'm here to look at movies to see if there's any 4K Blu-rays on sale, any video games on sale." That was it. Let's go in. Let's see if
Which
there's any
is
of that.
what we ended up getting. Yeah.
Exactly. And that the whole process of us actually looking took us maybe 15 to 20 minutes. Getting served and then being like paying and getting out took us another half an hour.
Yeah.
That's the part that infuriates me. And the worst part was the guy fucking cut in front of us.
Yeah.
And they knew he cut in front of us. He knew he cut in front of us. He gave us this little fucking wry smile on the way out. And it's like, that's the kind of shit. I'm like, I understand that
a
you're
a lot of people in that's the other thing about the people in retail jobs is they usually are not good at like a good judgment. Like,
Well, they're also
they
not
don't
great
understand how to make like decisions about dealing with situations.
That's what I was gonna say. If
Like,
they don't
in
want to deal with
general.
confrontation, they don't want to deal with dealing with angry people. They don't want to be
Yeah,
the one
but
to go,
that's part
"Hey,
of-
sir, you're in the wrong spot of the line. Go to the back of
That's
the line."
part of their job. It comes with the pay. That's what you're supposed to do. You're going into it. You should know that like you've been in a store, you've been a customer before. You've seen customers like that. If you're going to take this job, you're going to be the one dealing with those customers. Like it's shitty. It's too bad.
Which is part of it.
You got to be ready for it.
Which is part of another conversation that we've had recently, where we talked a lot about. We've talked a lot on this podcast about quote unquote millennials, right? And we talk about how a lot of times people will be like, okay, you need to go to school, you need to go to college, you put all this money into fucking student debt, right? And then you get a fucking degree, and then you go somewhere and people are like, well, you don't have any experience, we can't hire you.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's tough because you go through all these years and spend all this money to finally get a quote unquote good job. But really what they want to do is they want to see that you've worked some shitty jobs so that you have some of this experience. But people don't want to work shitty jobs. They want to go to school and get a good job. Yeah. But it's this fucking weird catch-22. But you're dealing with all these people in their late teens, early 20s on Black fucking Friday when there's a million customers. They've probably been there since 3 or 4 in the morning. They're probably counting their minutes to their lunch break or what time they're off so they can go do what they want to do. And then there's people being dicks and they're like, I don't want to fucking deal with that. I thought that's above my pay grade. Fuck it. Somebody gets mad enough about it, a fucking manager will walk over here. But the part for me that got me is both places that we went, that we actually walked in between Best Buy and Target, we experienced the same thing. We experienced that like people don't give a shit about other people. Like they go, what am I here for? Me, get the fuck out of my way. I don't care if I cause you to be later. Where if you were to do that same thing to them, if I'd cut in front of that guy, people lose their fucking minds.
I seriously think that retail stores on Black Friday is like a Stanford experiment. In that, like,
very well could be.
In that, like, let's see how, like, if people all have one objective, which is to save as much money as possible on the things that they want, and everyone goes into the one place with that one objective.
Yeah.
Like, how shitty are they going to treat each other to get their own thing?
Yeah.
Like, and that's basically what we've seen. Like, you looked up there was a website called Black Friday death count, right?
Yeah.
It's like 10. And there's like been
110 injured. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, so it's like it's just people at their worst.
But why is that though? That's kind of my question is what is it about things like that, about sales, especially in specifically this one?
Brainwashing.
But what is it that
America has been built on consumerism, and it's like glorified.
We need. It's not even a want. That's the thing is people don't understand the difference between want and need. I think we've talked about this before.
No, they don't.
People say, I need to get this. I need to go do this. I need to go do this.
No, you
don't.
No.
You don't need to do that.
No.
What you need to do is eat, drink water, and probably
sleep.
Make enough money to pay your bills and take care of your family.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, there is no need. I don't need fucking TV. I don't need a cell phone. I mean, it's nice, but are you telling me you physically couldn't live on the planet if you had a home phone? It'd be really inconvenient, but you could do it. There's people that function without cars. There are people that literally bike to work. There are people that don't have cell phones. There are people that still have fucking flip phones. But that's what we've gotten. And now it's gotten to the point where we've convinced ourselves that when these ads start flooding in, these Black Friday sales, we've convinced ourselves that we need this item that we really hadn't thought about 3 weeks before because now it's on sale. You're still spending money you hadn't planned on spending. You didn't need to spend.
Right, you're not saving anything.
Yeah.
It's like Oscar in The Office when he keeps trying to tell people the coupon book doesn't mean that you're going to get money. It means you're going to spend a bunch of money to save that much money.
Exactly.
You stupid idiots.
But that's the absolute truth.
That's Black Friday.
But why? But what about that? When you go there, when you're in this place, why is it that in this specific situation causes people to behave?
Well, maybe it's like when you're getting a deal, quote unquote. It's like you feel like you're cheating the system or something. Like you're.
Or it's some
like
sort of
you're
zero
better
sum.
than someone else. Like, oh, you paid that much for it? Well, I got it on Black Friday. I only paid this much.
So it's a
for it.
posturing thing. It's more of it's a bragging
That's part of
thing.
it. That's probably
Yeah.
part of it. Yeah.
But the thing I understand like people's need to boast. Like I understand people's need to show
not just
people-
boast, but just feel better than other
Completely
people.
understand. Yeah. I do. I get when people go, oh, you got the. For example, I got an iPhone X. You know me, super
You
well.
you don't give a shit.
I don't
You just
give a
wanted
shit.
a faster
I wanted a phone that worked.
Yeah.
But there are people that they do those kind of things so they can go, oh, you have the iPhone 8? I have the iPhone X. Oh, you have the Galaxy Note? I have the Galaxy Note 8B. That happens.
That's how they talk.
Exactly. I get that people do that. But what I don't understand is what causes people to go outside the realm of like acceptable behavior. One of the biggest things that lit my wife on fire, she got super pissed about.
Awareness of it.
Well, the thing is, I don't understand. I don't know that that's necessarily true. Is it almost? It's like it gives people an excuse to act like fucking children.
Well, so what's worse, assholes that are not aware that they're assholes, or assholes that are aware and they continue to be assholes?
You know, I don't know.
I don't know what's worse,
because assholes who acknowledge that they're assholes are at least honest. You know what I mean? And there's a difference between like not knowing you're being an asshole. Like if you're trying to be a nice person but you're being a punt. Like, I can at least go, okay, you didn't realize that what you said was really fucked up.
So willfully ignorant would be the worst.
Dude, willful ignorance, I fucking hate willful ignorance. Because you're like, well, as long as I don't acknowledge it, then it's not my fault. Right. It's like, fuck you. But is that worse? Or is it when people, they know they're kind of being shitty, but they pretend they don't know? You know what I mean? Like, there are people that know that that's the wrong behavior, but they make excuses for it in the name of some fucking thing. Oh, it's Black Friday, so I can do this. For example, any other time, if you double park behind someone at a fucking store, you'd be a gigantic fucking asshole. Am I right?
Yeah.
On the way out of Best Buy, we couldn't back our fucking car out because somebody parked at an end cap that was not a parking space, and my wife let loose some of her...
It wasn't a red curb, so of course they could park there.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Needless to say, it took some fucking like Houdini shit with my vehicle to get us out of that spot. Yeah. So much so that a passerby like gave me a thumbs up like, fuck, man, I don't know how you pulled that shit off. Mm-hmm. But that's the thing is like normal things that we normally wouldn't do. Personal space, like getting in each other's fucking business, reaching over people.
That's the weird part is that like you'll acknowledge some crazy shit that someone's doing, like, what the fuck, this is not normal human behavior, why are you reacting this way? And then you'll turn over and there'll be someone else who's acknowledging it, and you'll like, thumbs up at each other.
Yeah.
And so it's like, what, is the world just full of people who are idiots and people who aren't? Is that it? Like,
well, my favorite thing that I noticed also yesterday, or whatever day that was, I'm lost sense of time.
Yeah.
Is the people on a day like that, on a Black Friday type day, when there's thousands of people in a fucking store, is the person who's trying to find the shortest line possible to buy their few items. Mm-hmm. There was someone when we were at Target, because that line wrapped all the way back, like by the food section and all that shit.
Yeah.
And when we got to the front, when I came up to meet you guys, there were people going, well, I only have 2 items. Can I just go to self-checkout? And like, no. You need to stand in the line that everyone else is in.
Yeah.
Whether you have 1 item or 50 items, it's a fucking line.
In McDonald's, you say, I only want some fries. Can I just go around you?
Yes, I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, what happened that you just think because you have fewer things, you're just assuming that everybody in line has more items. This is a really stupid thing to be mad about. But I looked at this person and I'm like, really? Like, you came on Black Friday. I acknowledged before I came here today that I was going to get angry. Like, I knew. We talked about this. We said, we're going to get annoyed today. There's going to be some shitty parking. People are going to be punts to each other. But as long as we can stick together...
It wasn't as bad as...
And I think a lot of that had to do with, A, it was a quieter Black Friday this year. They said it was one of the quieter ones in a while. And B, because it was me, you, and Serena, we were able to kind of make fun and laugh about things that would normally piss us off.
Yeah.
If we were alone, or if it was close to Christmas, and that's the thing is, when you get close to Christmas, people start stressing out, spazzing out about, oh my God, I need to get these gifts, because if I don't, my kid's going to hate me, that kind of thing. We're not those people. You know what I mean? We're like, hey, we're going to go, we're going to see if there's anything that we like, and if there's not, we're going to walk out. We're not going to buy anything.
Yeah.
I think I bought Windex. I mean,
yeah.
I bought Windex on Black Friday.
Yeah, I bought pajama pants.
Pajamas. Really quick, to wrap this all up, though, I would like to say that I did have a positive experience this weekend.
Okay.
So, as most people know, Costco has a really good... Their customer service is fucking top-notch. And I've never had to really deal with them much. I've only had a membership a few times. It was usually just to buy food, or... like we'd go and buy muffins and chips and things like that. Like, we've never really benefited from a Costco membership, but now that we have 2 kids, we're actually starting to see reasons to go there. But I bought my TV there. I bought my LG TV there. Costco's return policy is 90 days, right? Like 90 days, they'll basically take anything back, no questions asked. their price adjustment is supposed to be 14 days, but I went in a few weeks back because I saw the price that I bought my TV. They'd already dropped the price to a couple $100. So I walked in and I said, hey, I noticed this price is a little cheaper now. And they go, look, we don't normally do price adjustments. You normally have to return it and then buy a new one. But fuck it, we'll do it for you. So they give me 250 or $275 back, which I was fucking thrilled about. I get home on Saturday at 6:30 and I turn my fucking TV on and it's dead. And I know to hear that about a brand new TV, especially about an expensive TV, you're like, fuck, really? Already? Yes. Anybody who knows anything about technology, you're a techno guy. I meant technology, but okay. Sometimes Eric, that was house music. Sometimes you'll buy a Samsung phone, you'll buy a phone, an iPhone, a computer, it'll have a dead pixel. The screen will crap out. The battery won't work.
Yeah, that happened to my computer.
Yeah, it happens, especially with new technology if it's a new product, right? Yeah. And that's why you get the warranty. When I bought the TV at Costco already does 2 years. I got the Square Trade 3-year add-on because I bought it with a City card. I got 2 more years. That's 7 years of warranty. So I'm like, I'm set for a while. Mm-hmm. It crapped out on me. I'm at 91 days. I'm thinking I'm going to have to go through this whole fucking rigmarole. I love using the rigmarole. So I call Costco because I don't want to be a dick. And I'm like, hey, it's 6:46. I live about 10 minutes away. I know you guys close at 7. My TV doesn't work. I can't turn it on. Can I come in and swap it out? They said, you can be here before 7. I said, yeah. They said, come on in. First, we talked about this last week or the week before. People will do that. Hey, man, we're closing in 10 minutes. And you don't want to be the dick who goes in and orders food 10 minutes before they close. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not only were they cool about it, he said, yeah, come on in and park in the loading zone and we'll help you carry it in. Awesome. So I get there, they run up. It's like 6:59. They're closing in 1 minute. I feel like a complete asshole, but I'm like, I'm not going to not have TV all night. The Apple Cup was on, Washington versus Washington State, which ended up not being a good game. But anyway. So I go in, somebody helps me carry the fucking TV in, and they swap it, and they go, it turns out it's actually another $200 cheaper than it was last time you were here. And I go, really? And they go, yeah. And they go, so what we're going to do is I'm not going to refund it to your credit card because if I do that, it's only going to let me refund the amount that it's charging now. I'm going to refund it to this cash card, and you're going to go buy it, and you'll have $200 left on this cash card. I go over, guy helps me carry my TV in, other guy helps me carry the TV to the thing, and the guys make sure everything's taken care of. I got out of there at 7:30. They've been closed for 30 minutes. Obviously, it's Costco, so some people are getting checked out. But I wanted to acknowledge a positive. We spend a lot of time being angry around here, but I want to make sure that we're balanced and we acknowledge positives as well because, anybody who thinks that we're only angry all the time is a fucking idiot. But you can't live in
I don't want anyone to think that I think that all retail employees are idiots.
No. And we don't think that every episode has to be with us only being angry. But we like to be angry. It's fun. But we also like to acknowledge when things are good because life is all about balance. So I'd like to say, hey, you know what? It was a fucking great experience. Go to Costco. It ended my Black Friday weekend on a really fucking good note. My TV's up and running again. My wife was happy. My kid was happy. And all because I bought the TV at Costco instead of Best Buy.
Yeah.
How about that? Hey guys, just taking a quick break here to bring you some information about Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm sorry. No, we're here to talk about We Are Dapper Ties.
Wait, what?
We Are Dapper Ties is a company created by brothers Andrew and Julian, who believe that feeling and looking great should be an affordable right for all. So whether you're wearing a suit and tie daily or heading to your first interview, or you just like to look good, you need a dapper tie.
That was our third take.
I got the gray tie.
You sounded like you're going to be an evangelicalist or something.
Hey, if you're going to go door to door preaching about Christ.
Oh, Jesus Christ wore a tie, didn't he?
I dare say that Dapper Tie is the Jesus Christ of tie companies.
Oh, yeah. Every Mormon wears a dapper tie.
If not, they should.
Absolutely. Because Andrew and Julian have carefully curated beautiful designs to offer a selection of knitted, elegant, unique, and affordable ties. Go to wearedapperties.com and enter the promo code ANGRY to get free shipping on all orders all over the U.S. Again, go to wearedapperties.com and enter the promo code ANGRY. And do not forget about Jesus Christ. He's the savior of ties.
And he believes in smart, affordable.
He believes in smart, affordable fashion. What the fuck are we doing? So, in other news, what we're going to talk about? Coco. The movie Coco by Pixar. The latest Pixar movie came out, if you haven't heard, and it is doing better than Justice League.
Eat a dick, Carlos.
Oh, when I heard that, I was just like laughing so hard on the inside. Anyway,
On the inside.
so I don't know. I'm told you I'm out of it. It's Sunday. Why do we record on Sundays?
What's interesting to me
Yeah.
is Justice League is up against Coco.
Yeah.
Right? 'Cause this is for Carlos to win beers.
Yeah.
So his culture, Mexico, is beating the piss out of Batman, his favorite superhero.
Mm-hmm.
So this boy with a guitar is just doing it dirty to Batman, and it's costing him beers.
Yeah.
And that makes me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the unfortunate thing about Coco that we've heard on Reddit recently is that there's
Oh, dude, everywhere.
Pixar has it's all over the place. Pixar has a tradition since Toy Story of before they were even Disney of releasing shorts before every movie of theirs.
Yeah, a short film, not
And
like,
a short film
pants with short legs.
Short as in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 to 7, I think.
5 to 7 maybe.
Yeah.
And they've been enjoyable from
The thing is, sometimes they're just
beginning.
adorable. Sometimes they're like cute and fun, and sometimes they're like really poignant and moving. Like some of them are like really fucking deep.
Yeah. So, speaking of commercialization of Christmas, we have the latest short is Olaf's Frozen Adventure. And if you aren't familiar, Olaf is the talking snowman from the movie Frozen. If you aren't familiar with Frozen, it's
No. If you're not familiar with Frozen, where the fuck have you been? What rock have you hidden under? And show me where to go, because I've been ear fucked.
Well, let's
Let
see
It
if
Go.
you haven't seen Frozen. We'll save you the time and tell you that it's probably the worst Disney movie ever made.
I'm already getting angry tweets and angry emails now, but I don't disagree.
I don't care.
It's the worst one I've seen in a while.
It's bad.
I don't enjoy it.
It's not. I mean, the characters were flat, and
Not chested.
one-dimensional. Well,
Yeah.
both. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's true. And the music was subpar. I mean,
Which is
it's
funny
like,
because some people defend it as if it's like the greatest music in the history of Disney.
Faux uplift, like faux emotional.
Faux
like-
emotional?
Like as a singer-songwriter.
Oh,
No,
God.
I'm just kidding. No,
A singer-songwriter like
I'm just
myself.
kidding. No. As
No, you fucking
as
are.
someone
so
who
fuck
has
it. You
taste
are.
in music,
Yeah.
as someone who
Oh,
enjoys,
God. Somehow that's even worse.
I don't
that-
care because that's the
As
truth.
someone who has taste in things, and is cultured like myself.
It's easy to tell when like music is like just trying to like tug on your heartstrings or like make you feel like uplifted or whatever, and it's not actually, there's like not actually much there. Like it's really it's like hollow and just kind of like paint by the numbers, like here you go, this is like gonna make you cry or whatever.
And in defense of Frozen, which I don't think I've ever said that sentence, Olaf's like summer song doesn't bother me too much.
Olaf is the best character.
Yeah.
He's the funniest. Like
the Do You Want to Build a Snowman song on its own, not super terrible. Like it's not great, but it's not terrible. It's just a normal run of the mill, not super annoying. I think it's Let It Go. Let It Go, basically, like because they like I said, I was ear fucked daily multiple times because at work you have like your satellite radio stations, and because Demi Lovato or whoever did her own cover of it, they decided to play it multiple times because it was a different artist. It was a different song. No, it's not.
And Demi Lovato's cover somehow made it worse.
Well, yeah. Don't ruin a good. I mean, yeah. Let's not get started.
Don't
on Disney
ruin a
songs.
bad song.
Yeah. But I mean, even what's her face, Idina Menzel, who we both can acknowledge is a great singer.
She's great.
But even when
she did a
tried
great
to
job performing it.
No, well, yeah, during the production of the movie, but when she tried to perform at the Grammys or Golden Globes or
Well, that's
Oscars,
because she was thrown off by the Adele Dazeem shit.
we're gonna blame her. We're gonna blame Travolta. For
Oh, everything is Travolta's fault.
but the thing is the
how
fucking,
has he not been Weinstein yet?
Oh god, dude, because he's a Scientologist, isn't he? Or he hangs out
Oh,
with them.
so all the
they cover all of you up.
posse or
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a whole thing. Anyway, And she tried to sing it at the thing, and the notes were so fucking crazy that even she couldn't hit them all. Like, it's clearly overproduced. It's a song that's overproduced. Which, when I think of classic Disney songs, I think of songs like Beauty and the Beast, or I think of songs from Lion King. They're not overproduced. It's not taking someone's voice or taking songs that are reasonably singable and making them fuckery where like no realistic human being could sing them.
Yeah.
You know, I remember as a kid riding the bus home and kids would sing Lion King songs on the goddamn bus. As crazy as that sounds.
Yeah.
Can't sing Let It Go. Let's
let's not hold people in suspense here.
Yeah, let's let it go.
Olaf's Frozen Adventure, as we started talking about, is a 20-minute short.
Yeah.
21 minute short.
Yeah.
Before the movie Coco. And I think the story on Reddit that made me most infuriated was that a guy was taking his girlfriend on a date to see Coco, and she had to leave the movie 20 minutes early.
Catch a flight, right?
To go to work.
Oh, to go to work.
Because they had scheduled 20 minutes for previews, but they didn't schedule 20 minutes for Olaf's Frozen fucking adventure.
Yeah.
So she had to leave the actual movie early.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy. I already could go on a diatribe for. Okay, first off, I love trailers. I do. I'm actually one of the weird people that when I get to the movie, I like to see the trailers that are showing. Even though half the time I've already seen them online, I like to see them. It's part of the movie going experience. It's when you eat your popcorn, realistically. You eat your popcorn during the fucking trailers. But they've gone from being a few minutes to now, like we've clocked them. They're fucking 17 minutes.
Yeah.
And they usually have the AMC, which I like AMC's theaters. They're usually pretty well put together and they take care of shit. But there's usually their AMC stuff before and after the trailers with the warnings of, hey, don't talk, don't text, don't take your phone out. Which
AMC loves to blow smoke up their own ass.
Fair enough.
They love to go like, ooh, you're in an AMC theater. Ooh, this is AMC amazing. Ooh. Yeah, that's what they sound like. Fuckers.
Okay. Where else would you go though?
I don't care. No, I don't care.
I'm actually honestly,
you're
clearly
right.
annoyed by AMC.
No. You're right. I like AMC.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with AMC.
But they like to suck their own dick.
I have a problem with them like shouting their name in my face every 5 seconds.
Yeah, they like to smell their own farts. I fully agree. But the Regal cinemas up here are pretty garbage from what we've been to.
Oh yeah.
Cinemark's okay, but there's that one in Bellevue and that's it. So it's usually AMC. And the AMC, some of them with the reclining seats and they got the freestyle machines. I'm happy. And I get my money back. I get my $5 for every whatever. But anyway, Bill, you're right. It's literally like you get there and it's like, welcome to AMC theaters. Here's some trailers at the end of it. At AMC theaters, these are our policies. Don't forget, this movie's showing at AMC theaters after every trailer.
Oh, and let's not forget about the experience we had with the remember suddenly there were two film students on the screen and they were like, hi, my name's Allie, and hi, my name's Jennifer, and we're here to introduce our movie. And we were like, what movie? And we're like, our short film or something. And we're like, okay. And it was literally like a Coke ad.
Oh no, I think I was out getting popcorn when that happened.
Yeah, no. It's like okay, here's the let me describe these film students' movies to you.
Gary's using air quotes.
Singular. Yeah.
Movies.
Oh my God, I'm so out of it. I'm sorry if I sound like all over the place, but I'm just like tired or something.
Their movie was bad. It's like a Coke ad.
No, so their movie was like two people, like two teenagers walking into a movie theater, getting some Coke, and then like the girl start giving they're on a date, and the girl gives some looks to the guy at the register, and the guy she's with is like, hey, what are you looking at him like that way for?
What the fuck? Really?
Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, where's this going? Are they gonna meet up after the movie or something? And he's gonna catch them and wow, this could go any way. Which way, right?
In the janitor's closet?
No. So he gives them their Cokes, and then they just walk away, and that's
the whole movie.
That's their movie.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're spending $30,000 a year at USC Film School to make an ad for Coke that I get to waste my time at the movie theater on.
I love that I missed this. And
fuck you, make art. Fuck you, make art.
So what we were saying is it's already frustrating enough that it's 17 minutes of fucking trailers. It's too much. So then you add a fucking 20-minute fucking short to it, and now it's essentially 40 minutes before the movie starts. So if you're like, hey, I'm going to go see a 2-hour movie, you mentioned there's this adult woman who knew she had work. Imagine if you were a parent with a fucking kid. Let's say you're there with a 4-year-old. Maybe with a kid.
The kid is sitting in the theater for 2
3
hours.
fucking hours.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me. So the one bright spot out of all this, out of all the bitching, I don't know if you've read this part, but certain theaters in Mexico have pulled it.
Really?
Yeah, they've said, fuck that. We're not showing it anymore. We've had enough negative response from our moviegoers. In all fairness, if you're going, I mean, how many Pixar movies, Disney, without getting into the racial conversation, there aren't a ton with Hispanic leads, right? Cartoons, especially
No.
Disney or Pixar. If I remember correctly, it's Pixar's first Hispanic lead cast in a cartoon.
Yeah.
So you have this entire country that's excited to see their culture represented in a positive way, especially with some of the negativity that we have that tends to come out of America.
Well, Disney
about
is
Mexico.
Well,
no, I'm just saying we do have a particular
too.
person in the country that tends to say some negative crap about Mexico.
True.
Low hanging fruit. But they were, hey, this huge studio, Disney, Pixar, they're going to make a movie about our culture. You know, this is awesome. So then they go, oh, wait, great. For 20 minutes before this movie that I'm excited to see, I didn't know I'm going to watch a movie about a fucking snowman from Frozen.
Yeah.
I'd be equally fucking
Who's
pissed too.
extremely white.
Yeah. Well, you can't make a yellow snowman. I mean, you could.
So, yeah. Where are we going with this?
I don't know. Speak with your dollars. It's the truth, though.
Yeah. Oh,
No.
I'm not going to see it in the theater, obviously.
Well, no, I mean, the thing is now people are basically saying if you want to, you just have to add 37 or 40 minutes to the showtime to get an accurate idea
Yeah,
of when
people
your
were just
movie's gonna
saying,
start.
like, show up half an hour late.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show up to a movie half an hour late on purpose.
To avoid a trailer or a short that's 20
Being
minutes
shoved
long.
down your throat.
Yeah. From a movie that I can't fucking stand.
No.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
there's a fucking sequel. I didn't realize there was a sequel.
There's a Frozen sequel?
Coming out in 2019.
Okay.
See,
Well,
you hear that?
I have my apocalypse shelter ready.
No. You're missing the point.
What?
You have a niece who's 2.5. In 2019, she's going to be 4.5.
Yeah.
She's going to be right in the target demographic for Frozen 2. We've avoided Let It Go. We've avoided the movies. We've avoided the Elsa. We've
You can
avoided
do it
the Anna.
again, can't you?
I'm going to need your help.
You're going to have to, when ads for it come on, we're going to have to, like, cover our ears with earmuffs and, like, close our eyes.
This is a
Like
no
in,
Frozen
like
household.
in Meet the Fuckers when they, like, close the toddler's ears.
God help us.
Thank you for listening to episode 35 of the Unreasonably Angry podcast. Let us know what you think. Rate us and review us on iTunes or Facebook. We love to hear what you think. Otherwise, we're just going to be in our own echo chamber and we're going to be triggering people.
Yeah, if you have any thoughts, questions, comments, concerns, make sure to email us at unreasonablyangrypodcast@gmail.com. And hey, do us a favor this week. If you're enjoying the show, share it with a friend. If you know somebody who likes podcasts that's looking for a recommendation, shoot them our way. The worst you can do is offend them. And until next time, my name is Eric.
And I'm Gary.
Stay hangry, fuckers.